VTUK.
So we'll find out in a minute.
Yeah, you watch over there. I'll do it in here. Hopefully, the audio will be all right. And
they can hear us.
They can hear us.
There's actually a very little delay on Twitch this week. Which
no, that is mildly impressive. Good evening and welcome to episode 320. I can't remember now. 28.
328. It says
328.
Don't trust me with numbers.
Yeah, no, don't trust you with numbers after the podcast. Yeah, don't worry. It's season 3, episode 8. Right, okay. So, went through, did it, went to upload it. Oh, fuck, it's only episode 7.
I'm sure I got it right the first time I told you. Probably the second time I told you wrong.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Yeah. It's January brain.
Hey, no, it was me pretending that I was listening. Yeah. You told me it was episode 8 a minute ago. Yeah. It's fine. So, hey ho.
Yeah.
Hey, it seems to be working all right. Is it streaming? Have I got the audio going? I haven't messed it up.
No, nobody said anything in the chat. It looks all right on my screen. It isn't hitching up or anything, so
get in there.
I'll watch this back later to actually read what the
ticker says.
What the ticker says. I'm not going to sit here like that for 5 minutes while I read
the
ticker, because that just defeats the object.
If it helps, I basically left in everything that was there last week and added a couple of little bits at the beginning. That's it.
Okay.
One of which is saying, all I've done is added a couple of extra bits in at the beginning because I'm a lazy bastard.
You probably just have to leave that and just have it as the longest scroll in the history. We need to get it so at some point the scroll lasts for the entire show without repeating.
Oh, that would be awesome. Completely, yeah. So I need to have it as right. Okay. Therein lies the challenge. Let's see if I can break.
No, all you do is just never delete anything. Just keep adding stuff
to it. Okay.
And then people will have to wait till. Well, I have to guess they wait longer in the show to see the new news.
I'm sorry, that is the most annoying thing ever when you're reading a ticker and you go, bugger, I've missed the first half. What did that say? Didn't make any sense, that. And then you have to wait half an hour before it comes back. And then you end up going, oh, bollocks, I've still missed the first half.
At least with this show, people can just scroll back and forwards. That's all right.
Yeah. I don't actually know how to restart it. Once it's going, it's off.
Yeah, don't mess with it.
Yeah,
it's working.
Just leave it. It's fine. It's all good. It's not a problem. Anyway, how you doing, mate? You all right?
Yeah, great. Yeah. Full of the joys of January still. January continues to be
a
really interesting month. But yeah, no, I'm doing all right. How are you doing?
Yeah, pretty much same as last week, really. Yeah. It's January already, as you said, completely hacked off with 2023 already. So,
yeah.
As I said to one of my colleagues this morning and nearly got slapped, is it Christmas yet?
Oh, that's a bit. Summer? Is it summer yet? Be fine. But is it Christmas yet?
No. Is it Christmas yet? I've had enough of this. And 2024, let's get it going and start afresh.
I'm trying to work out if it's an age thing or it's just the way the world is these days.
Yeah.
I can't work it out. I'm sure my positive mode for January used to last beyond the first half hour of my working year.
Yeah, it used to be, yay, it's January, I've had a week off, it's been Christmas, it's had a new year, I've got leathered, and now I'm ready to just, give my all to my employer, because, that is what you're supposed to do. And, no, not this year.
No. It ain't happened.
Sorry if anyone from work's watching. I'm so going to get sacked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If anybody from where I work has been watching this in the past, I would already have been sacked.
Okay.
But then there aren't that many people I work with that actually know I work there. So,
sorry, there isn't that many people that you work with that know you actually work there.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's a lot less people in the organisation know I work there than know that I work there. So the odds of somebody watching this that actually knows me for work is slim, and also even less now because obviously most of the people I used to work with have left since we went work from home.
Okay.
So there's probably people I work with now who've never actually seen my face.
Right. So you're in a similar position to me. I speak to loads of people during the day. I haven't got a fucking clue what they look like. No. Okay.
Exactly. Yes. So yeah, which is good in this day and age. It means you can get away with a lot more outside of work.
Yeah.
Because nobody's going to go, that voice sounds familiar, but I don't know what they look like, so I can't say anything.
Yeah.
But we will see. Tell you what, let's reverse it this week. Chandler.
Yeah.
What are you vaping on, mate?
Oh, bloody hell. Bloody hell. What am I vaping on?
Are you vaping on anything?
Yeah, I am, but they're behind me. So this week I have been mostly Valkyrie Mini.
Nice.
And
apart from the bubble tank, but nice.
Bubble tank's awesome. It's bloody useless without the bubble tank. Should we put it that way?
No, I can see its uses without the bubble tank, but
it's not a huge capacity in the first place. Take the bubble tank off, and it's like job done.
Yeah.
So yeah, got that going, and that's on top of the creme held with the fancy look. I've got something that's got flashy lights. Look, see,
something that lights up.
Yeah, you're not the only one that can have LEDs and all of this malarkey. There you go. So, and this one, it's even the logo creme held. There you go.
And yours being dual battery probably means that the battery doesn't die as quickly as it does on mine.
Probably not, but I've just looked at my battery levels. I don't know if it's going to zoom in close enough.
Those batteries are done.
Yeah, pretty much. There is a red line, but I can only just see the red line. That's how low it is. Should we see how long it goes before it actually keels over and dies?
I'd say you've got at least about 2 puffs left, and then it'll be done.
It's still going, and it's actually still kicking out 50. Well, feels like it's kicking out 50 watts. It's doing all right. To the one, I've got out my Dovpo topside.
Oh, blimey.
Yeah. There you go. 21700 topside. And it was bugging the hell out of me because it was voltage wasn't really, showing what it should be, and it was misbehaving. So all I did was get the brasso out and clean the contacts. There's that little button there. Gave that little bit of a polish and cleaned the contact. I can't do this side in a mirror. There we go. Clean that bit as well. And it's like a new mod. It works. It works like it should do. There you go. Pretty much.
Yeah.
So why is it most skonkers, most RDAs burn the inside of a top lip?
I've never had that.
You never had that? I've just this week I've had.
I mean, considering the size of drip tips you normally use, that seems like it's an impossibility to happen to have heat transfer.
Yeah. Well, I had the Damvape nitrous on there. And it was burning the inside of my lip, so I'm like, well, fuck that.
So what is that? Is that so? That's
single coil.
Yeah, but that's the heat from the vape, not the metal. of the RDA.
No, it's not the metal of the RDA. It's the heat from the vape. And I had the Temple. I got the Temple RDA dual coil. Okay, so it's dual coil. Oh yeah, that was worse. Complete top lip, just like you just get that dry skin just inside his top lip. It's like no. So I've now got the Entheon on top there, and it seems to be okay. But this is the only one. I don't know whether it's because this is the only one that's got a 510 drip tip. All the others are 810s. Wonder if that's it.
That could be it. Yeah.
Perhaps I should try the other ones with an adapter and a 510 drip tip on it.
Yeah, because the nitrous comes with an adapter.
Yeah, it does. You're right. Except I think I've nicked it and put it on something else, so I've got to remember what I put it on. I'm probably going to have to search my drawer to find the tank.
The RDA that it's on.
The RDA or whatever I've put it on. But yeah, I'll find it. So I've got the Entheon on there, and inside there I've got the PUD.
You got the PUD. Still got the PUD.
I've still got the PUD going.
Have you managed to regain the flavour after I broke it for you?
It's now a sweet fluffy buttered toast, but yeah, what got me was after I'd finished, the wife went, "Can I have some toast and chocolate spread before I go to bed?" All right, yeah, no problem. So I thought I'll have some toast and butter, before I go to bed, and I'm like, why does this taste exactly the same as my goddamn vape?
And my name was cursed.
And your name was cursed. Well, no, it wasn't cursed. It was more a case of, actually, Dave, you're quite right. It does actually slightly taste of toast.
Yeah.
I think this is the thing with vapes. Quite often, I mean, how many times have you been to an expo and gone? They give you a vape and you go, "Oh yeah, that's quite nice." What's the flavour? And you wait until they tell you what it is, and you suddenly go, "Oh yeah," but you wouldn't have got it until they told you.
No, it's like most of them are just like, "Oh, it's quite sweet, quite fruity. Oh, it's a bit custardy. This, what is it?" And they say it's like, "Oh, it's a creme brulee." And like, okay, yeah, I get that.
Yeah. It's like that. It's like that Green Needle brainstorm thing. It's like, okay, what am I listening to? Yeah, it says Green Needle. Oh yeah, so it does. Yeah, someone else will come along and go, "Yeah, no, it actually tastes of buttered toast." Oh yeah, it does. Yeah.
Yeah, that's my non-refined palate speaking. I think I just pick up on certain notes in vapes. I think.
Yeah. So yeah, that's good. So I've had that as me. I got squonking.
Yeah, squonking.
Enjoying that. And I thought I'll get Borrow out because I thought Borrow. So I got the belly box out, and instead of having the
Pioneer,
the damn vape, whatever it was that I'd got in there, I took it out and changed it for the bridged V2, and it's annoying the hell out of me. Just thought I'd say.
Why is that?
It's gurgly as a gurgly thing. The airflow is not smooth in the slightest. I think I've been mollycoddled with the stubby. I don't know. I don't know what I was expecting, but I purposefully put those doors on because the airflow comes in at the front, so it gives it a bit more airflow because it is noticeably tighter if you're just using those three holes.
Okay.
So I purposefully put that on, but it's like. And when I vape on it, it feels gurgly. But if I don't press the fire button, there doesn't feel like there's any liquid in it.
Right.
If that makes sense. You know when you get a gurgly vape?
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, that's a bit gurgly. And when you don't fire it and you suck on it, it still bubbles.
It can do, yeah. It doesn't always, though.
You can still feel that. This isn't doing that.
No.
It feels dry as a bone. Until I fire it, and then it feels gurgly. Very strange. But
yeah,
there you go.
It could be, maybe it's just because there is a bit of juice in it, but it doesn't start reacting until you fire it.
Yeah, I have actually brought some loo roll. I've got my special tool so I can take the top off, and I thought maybe a bit later when we're talking about something else and I don't have to pay that much attention, I might try and take the airflow pin out and give it a little swizz round, because I literally re-wicked it and put it in. I didn't touch the airflow pin, so maybe it's that.
Could be.
Yeah, but
might be that.
It's just bugging me because Burrows are supposed to be amazing, and I remembered this being, this is a right good vape, and I've put it in and gone, yeah, it's mediocre at best.
Yeah, because I mean, borrows are normally fine. Borrows never they never leak. They never flood. They never dump juice out of the tank. Borrow tanks are normally perfect in every way, shape, or form.
Especially when you're using a original Burrow.
An original Burrow.
With the glass door on the top. They never leak, ever. There's never any condensation.
No.
So yeah. A little disappointed. But having said that, I feel like my entire week, since there is no battery in this, I have not been vaping on this. This is not my vape. But everything's getting compared to that because the vape on that is so goddamn good. It's really annoying. I'm vaping everything else going, yeah, no, it's not as good as the Velocity. Which is depressing because, some high-end stuff, Enthean RDA and billet box with borrows in it, and yeah, the bloody pod system vapes better.
Yeah, you should be able to get an RDA that's as good as that, because that's basically an RDA with a juice well because of how close it is to your gob.
Yeah, it should be, but it's not. It's really annoying. So yeah, I purposefully put this down because I was literally just vaping this and nothing else, and I'm thinking I've got all this other stuff. Got to be something that'll do, and yeah, I'm vaping everything else, but secretly, I'm thinking of the Velocity.
So have you quickly gone online and ordered 2 more just so you can?
I have actually
a whole Velocity setup just like that.
Yeah, I have actually been on Evo again and gone, oh bollocks, they sold out when it was really cheap. But the wife's got one, I've got one. I don't need another one. Do I?
You don't need another one, but
No.
But there's lots of things that you don't need.
No, I know.
As I'll come on to at some point. Lots of things you don't need that you buy, but yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. That's what I'm vaping on. So, and inside that, I have got the green. Oh, what's it called? The Malevolent Green Monster or something. It's the green one from Darkstar. I know you got the purple one.
Yeah, I had the purple monster. Yeah.
I've actually got the bottle. Why do they print it in such damn small writing?
Is it the relentless green?
No, it does. It is malevolent. There you go. The Malevolent Green Demon. There we are.
Yeah, Malevolent Green Demon.
Yeah, whereas yours was the Relentless Purple Monster.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Either way, it's an energy drink that I'm vaping on, and it's got some added coolant in it.
It cooled it down a bit further.
Yeah. I don't think it had any coolant in it to start with, but anyway, there you go. So that's what I'm vaping on. Dave.
Yes.
What's that I'm vaping on?
What am I vaping on? Well, first of all, I just suddenly realised over my shoulder, hopefully we don't get a takedown from Disney. But there you go.
Oh, Misa, watching you.
No, it's Stitch, not fucking Jar Jar Binks.
Oh.
Okay, I was close.
Oh, that Misa watching.
Misa, watching you. Yeah.
That's what you say if you just want to scare the kids. Just put your head around the room. Do that. They'll never sleep again.
Look, my impersonations. I'm not very good at a Stitch impersonation.
No, I'm not. I'm not even going to try one. So
I didn't realize I was that good at a Jar Jar impersonation. To be fair,
I know you're not quite good.
Oh,
Misa Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah, I can't do it now.
That's fair enough. It's good enough. Right.
Sorry,
Anyway,
carry on. Back to the plot.
So first of all, I got my baby back.
Ooh, you have. You've got the blue. You've got your blue monster back.
My baby's back. Yes.
Oh.
Yes. I had a little issue with it. Anybody that's in the SVB group will have seen the video that Nigel put up of him fixing it.
Oh, I haven't. No,
There's a video.
That.
Have a look on SVB if you're part of the SVB group and you want to know what happened. But basically, what happened was I got a battery stuck in it when I was trying to take it out, and the battery shorted between the negative post and the outer body. Not the case, but there's the cover. So the nice engraved cover. So basically, the negative was still connected to the negative post, and this had popped out far enough for the positive to hit that bit.
That bit. Oh.
And the battery instantly
got hot.
Instantly got very, very hot, and I burnt my thumb on it, taking it out. Ooh. And after that, there was a subtle smell of burning from inside the mod. But the board was fine, so I sent it back to Nigel. Basically part of the cradle had just melted a bit.
Oh.
So I sent it off to him on a Tuesday. He got it on the Wednesday, fixed it, and I had it back Thursday morning.
Wait, what?
So
you sent it on Tuesday. He got it on Wednesday.
He got it Wednesday morning.
Yeah.
Literally, like an hour later, he was on the internet, showing live him fixing it.
What?
And then
he posted it back that day, and you
posted
got it back
that
Thursday.
day, and I got it back Thursday morning.
Oh my god, that's service.
It was literally less than 48 hours. It was away from me.
Fucking hell, that's impressive.
Yeah, so for service, for me being ham-fisted, and he very kindly included, as you can see, some nice little battery pulls. EVL brand.
So you don't do it again.
So as I pull the battery out properly from now on.
Has he done something? Has he done something so it doesn't happen again, or is it something you need to watch?
No, it's not saying I need to. It's literally because if you use the battery tab, or it was two things. It was what caused it was two things. My overcautiousness.
Okay. Overcautiousness.
Because what I was doing.
How does that work? You're being overcautious, and you caused right.
Yeah, I was taking the battery out every night.
Yeah.
So when I took that particular battery out, that battery was more or less full.
Oh.
If I'd been leaving it in and only taking the battery out when it was nearly dead, it wouldn't have been as big an issue. So
I suppose
there was that, and also it's just that it's just the way it came out. Normally, if you're doing like the bash method to get it out, it just pops out part of the way, and then you can just lift it out with your fingers. But because I bashed it and it came out cockeyed, it triggered. But that's why he gives out the tabs, the battery pulls, and it just comes out cleanly. So it won't happen again. But yeah, so yes, but no, but I've got that back, so I'm a very happy boy now, because I was very upset when I'd had it less than a week and it shut the bed, or I shut the bed. On top of that, I have got my Dwa 22 MTL edition, and inside that is that's MoMA inside there.
You sure? You had to check.
Yeah. It's just that I've got a few juices. So So I will go through the other two quickly and then come on to the main thing, which is what's going to fill the time this evening, folks. I've got my Cthulhu. I've got my Cthulhu. Well, at least from my part, anyway. I have the content I have is coming, and that's it. And then after that, whatever happens. I've got that. I just rebuild my Pioneer Insider. With that, I put the Raspberry Ripple inside there, and always it works beautifully. I've got two birds, one stone. I've still got my favourite little cheapy purchase.
It's a nice looking thing.
Box. It's such a lovely little thing.
It looks right nice.
Such a like I said, I would go for this over an Aegis any day, because it's the same sort of was it IP60 rated or whatever it is, the waterproofed.
Is it? That's IP60. What's it?
Yeah, Yeah, this is the mod that when they sent it out to review, is they sent it out with a tank, with like a little neon tank that you could put water in it and then put the mod in and take it out. And Todd tested it and it worked. So he completely submerged it, took it out, wiped it off, used it, no problem.
Fair enough.
So still loving that. On top of that, I've got the Pioneer 1.5, and inside that is a new juice to me, and it's
okay.
Well, it's not new. It's a juice I haven't had in years.
Is this following? Sorry, I want to jump in. You did put a post on saying you made a purchase from Vapable. There you go.
Yeah, Vapable, as Jimmy recommended on the podcast at some point. So, I'll give them a try. So I bought loads of flavors of juice from it, and the one I'm vaping on at the moment is one that I had years ago and hadn't seen it since.
Okay, sorry, I was a bit too excited there. Sorry.
This is El Diablo Beelzebub.
Oh, was it actually branded as well? It wasn't. It's not just this tastes like it.
No, it's from them.
Oh, okay.
They are selling the El Diablo range of concentrates.
Okay, fair enough.
This is just very. This tastes like to me a very, very good strawberry jam.
Yeah.
When you first fill the tank and start vaping it, there's a little hint of rubbing alcohol.
Really?
So yeah, to me, the first few draws, it's like that strawberry with rubbing alcohol, but now it's just the strawberry.
Okay. Bit random. It wasn't new cotton or anything like that, was it? Bedding in.
It was probably new cotton bedding in, because it was a fresh build. But it's a very nice strawberry jam.
Okay.
So I've got that on, and I'm very happy to have that again. On that thing, so I bought loads of juices. One of the juices I bought, I can't show you the bottle because I no longer have it because it's already gone in the bin. Was a strawberry screwball.
So this wasn't a concentrate. This was a.
They were all concentrates. So I bought loads of bottles. So the El Diablo was a 30 ml, so they made 150 ml. All the other ones I bought were just 10 mils, so they make up 50 mils of juice.
Oh, okay, right.
Just to try them. So I had a big old mixing session the other day, mixing them all up. And the first one I wanted to try was a strawberry screwball. I was like, oh yes, a nice.
So bubble gum, ice cream.
So it's basically like ice cream, strawberry or raspberry ripple in it with a slight bubblegum to it.
Okay,
brilliant. That sounds really good. I like my strawberries and like my ice cream and fruit flavors. So I'll give that a try. That would be really interesting. Loaded up a tank. It smelled awful.
Really?
Absolutely awful.
That bad?
I thought, and it vaped as bad as it smelled.
Because
normally with juices, if the juice smells like what it's supposed to taste like, it doesn't taste anything like what it's supposed to.
Yeah.
But if it smells completely like nothing like the flavor, it normally tastes like it.
You do often get it smells completely different, or finger tastes completely different to how it vapes.
I normally find that the better the juice, the less it smells like what it's supposed to taste like, the more it will taste properly.
Yeah.
But this one didn't smell anything like it was supposed to taste and tasted nothing like it was supposed to taste. It was one of the worst juice. Imagine a e-liquid you would have bought, say, about mid-2015 off of eBay.
Oh, no.
That's what it tasted like.
You obviously bought a lot of liquid off eBay.
I did. Well, that was when I first started vaping. I did a little bit of that vape, but everybody here will know what I mean when I say that.
Yes.
Because everybody's tried it at least once in their life. But yeah, that's what it was absolutely awful. But I also bought loads of drip hacks. I think it is drip hack stuff. I'm going through that right now, and the first one I tried, which was quite nice, which is a Mai Tai, and that's not bad.
Okay,
that's not bad. It's not. I mean, you're never going to get that again. It's not like your high end juice.
Right.
It's not like your proper high end juice. I've been spoiled. I compare everything to Moma, and Moma is one of the best juices ever made, in my opinion. And everything's always going to be a little bit below that. But no, they did so far. But the main reason I did it is because I wanted to try a new cherry cola,
And it's a cherry cola flavour.
and they do a cherry cola flavour. So I've bought that, and I'm going to try that at some point and see if I can get off the DSV one, because it's fine, but I'd like a nicer one. So I'm going to go around trying those different cherry colas. So anybody knows a good cherry cola concentrate in the chat, let me know, and I might give it a try. But main thing, it's stubby.
Stubby! It's pink. It's got black doors.
It always had black doors.
It always had black doors. All right, okay.
It's now got a pink button.
Oh, yeah.
And on the inside, it has a pink button. And this time next week, it will have a pink screen.
You're getting a...
Yes.
Okay.
Basically, in Bogan's Live, when he announced the thing that I'm going to go on to, he also said we're releasing buttons, and also there's a trick you can do where you can get some acetate, like film grade acetate coloured, and just put it in front of the screen, and you can give yourself a coloured screen.
So you've bought some acetate?
I have ordered some off of Amazon, and it will be delivered in a few days' time. And
how many meters of it did you get?
I think I just got one A4 piece.
Oh, an A4, right? Okay. I just got visions of you getting this massive, like, 3 meters by 2 meter roll or something, and just using a tiny little bit out of the corner.
No, I spent £2.99 on it. I wasn't spending any more than a fiver on this abject lesson in weirdness. But the main reason I got this, because they've just released loads of accessories for the stubby, and one of those accessories, as we discussed last week, I went on a spending spree, so I now have a golden tank.
Let's have a look. Oh, very nice.
And at the moment it has a golden tank section as well, basically an autumn tank section, but that is going to be replaced very soon. For reasons I'll go into in a minute. I really like.
Say it looks like you've got a golden juice inside there, but it's the ultimate tank, is it? Yeah,
that'll be the ultimate tank. But yeah. So I got that. So I basically bought. Obviously, as I said last week, I got the. So this is MTL. This has got the MTL kit on top of it.
Just in case anybody watching doesn't know what MTL stands for.
Yeah. Okay.
Like
you don't know what,
like nobody.
Yeah. If you're sitting here watching us two talk about this stuff, you probably know what MTL is. If not, you are the most confused person in the universe.
What? What?
Well, maybe people just use it as a sleep aid.
Or even how many people do you know who don't vape know what Ultim is?
Probably not that many.
I've never heard Ultim used in any other context whatsoever.
Well, isn't that what you'd up north call autumn?
No. I'm trying to think of a witty comeback, but yeah, autumn. Yeah. No.
Sorry.
Winter.
Yeah. Sorry, Northerners. You can kick me next time you see me. So I've got this in mouth to lung mode. Change the subject quickly.
Yeah, quick.
So I've got the 0.8mm pin in, and it works. It does work.
0.8mm.
Yeah.
Is it tight?
It's
Is
probably.
Is it tight?
I'd say it's a tight 1mm. It's not a tight 8mm. It's a tight 1mm.
Okay.
So it's tighter than normal 1mm, but it's not. Mark wouldn't think this is tight enough. I don't think.
You don't reckon? Even with this 0.8 pin in it.
I don't know. He might do. I'm not sure. But so I've got that in there, and inside that I've got my DSV cherry cola. So the tank had a little bit of issue with the tank.
Okay.
So I think this may just be my one, and anybody who's already bought one, a golden one as well, let me know. I'll probably say hello to chat. We'll do that after I finish this.
Hello, chit-chat. There you go, done it.
Unicorn stuff. So I think possibly either I've just got a dodgy one, or when they've put the golden coating on it, it's knocked the tolerances out a bit. Because inside there's a very long 510 pin.
Yeah.
That goes all the way up.
Yeah.
So when you unscrew it, the 510 pin's supposed to come out, and then the chimney section comes out as well.
Yeah.
And you've got the 2 screws in the top. When you undo the 2 screws, then the bottom chimney section come out. So theoretically, you should be able to take the 510 pin out without the chimney coming out. Unfortunately, with this one, the 510 pin gets stuck.
Oh.
So you have to literally tap it to get the 510 pin to come out the chimney. So when I was trying to unscrew it so as I could set it all up
the
and
different
put the tank in it,
yeah,
I nearly broke everything in the universe trying to unscrew the 510 because it was stuck solid. And eventually, when I worked out, because obviously I was holding onto the base bit and unscrewing the 510 and nothing was happening because I was holding it in place because the 510 pin couldn't come out of the chimney.
Oh.
Once when you screw it enough, that comes out, and then the whole chimney comes out, and you can tap the 510 pin out if you want.
Right, I'm with you.
So there's that. So again, I don't know if that's a but on my normal stubby tank that came with this, fine, 510 pin comes out, no problem.
Have you, for your mouth to lung, you taken one of the wicks out? Have you only got 2 wicks in there, or have you got all 4?
Got all 4.
You're just using all 4 as it came. You're not.
Yeah,
not
as it came.
Right.
Not amended it at all.
Okay, because I know there's bungs, isn't there? So you can take the wick out and put a bung in the hole.
Yeah, you can do. Yeah, but which is another thing I'll come to in a minute.
Right. Sorry.
But it's fine.
Am I jumping ahead for you?
No, it's fine. So obviously, I changed out the chimney section on this, and obviously it was a lot of a faff. I thought, right, that's fine, that's on there. When you change the tank section in these, it's a very, very fine margin to actually get it so as it sits properly.
Okay.
The tolerances are very, very fine. If you're out by a millimeter, the tank won't sit properly in here, and also it will leak like a fucking sieve.
Okay.
So I set this up and started vaping on it, and then I realised there was juice coming. There was juice on the front of the door, and I was like, "How's that?" And then I was looking at it, and then I realised I was messing about because I didn't realise the tank was wrong. I thought this little bung part was sticking out too far.
Oh, okay.
And I'd nail filed that down a bit to sort it out, which has now resulted in the bung falling out. So I'm going to have to replace the bung in that. And while I was doing that, the bung came out, and in putting the bung back in, I slightly cracked the tank.
Oh God!
So I'm going to have to replace that completely at some point. That's on me. That's on me being an idiot. Those 2 things are on me.
Okay.
So I then had to take it apart again, nearly broke my arm trying to unscrew the 510 pin. Finally seated it properly, and since then, no problem, no leaking, nothing at all.
Oh, okay.
It's fine. So once
it was the tank that wasn't in
the tank section wasn't seated quite right.
Okay.
It was only off literally by about a mil.
All right.
But by running your finger along it, you could tell.
Yeah.
And it was just pissing juice.
Okay.
But again, that's me being me being a bit cack-handed.
Did you lose a tank full of juice then in sorting it out?
No, because it empties so slowly and the tank is so big, it took a while.
Okay.
The whole back was just covered in juice.
Right.
And it started to seep around the front, and that's how come it was on the front. I wasn't in a good headspace when this arrived. Onto the vape, the mouth to lung. It works, 100% works. For me, the flavour isn't brilliant.
Right.
But then I've never done very well with RDA MTL. I've always found the flavour to be a bit muted.
Okay.
Anytime I'm doing that, so it could be more down to me. I have found something as well with inside that now. I've put in a 3mm coil in because in testing it out with 2.5mm coils, I was getting a burnt taste quite quickly, and it was wicking fine. The wicks were always well wicked, but for some reason I was getting through a quarter of a tank, which fair enough is about what 4 mil.
Yeah.
And so like 2 refills of a normal tank.
Yeah.
And it was starting to taste a bit burnt. And again, that could just be me getting used to the wigger stuff like that. But now I've put a 3 mil coil in, seems to be working a lot better. But I think I need to try and move the coil a bit to get the flavour a bit better. I don't know. But having said
thin your wick out, maybe because it's 2.5. If you used a similar size bit of wick, it would be more compact in there.
Yeah, I did think the wicks thin the wicks out a bit more, but normally with MTL, because the juice is thinner, you don't thin the wicks out as much. But then that could be.
And you have got both. Both of the wicking rods in there, so it should be wicking.
Exactly, yeah. But
too
then
much, if anything.
Yeah, exactly. But that could be maybe in this particularly, if you do have the wicks thinner, it wicks better for MTL.
Okay.
Maybe. Whereas with everything else, that's counterproductive for every other style of vaping, but this is completely different. So it might be that. So I will try that with that at some point and see if I can get that. But yeah, again, it's flavour. Not as good as I'm used to, but then I have got some quite fancy mouth to lung tanks, and I'm used to tanks, not RDTAs. I'd say for the 16 quid it was, if you're interested in trying, it's worth a try because there's not a lot of faffing about. It isn't worth going and buying a whole new tank section for 40 quid and then the requisite MTL section to go with it, and then extra buttons. But I love the buttons. The buttons are well worth it. So if you've got a stubby, my recommendation would be, if you're interested in trying the MTL thing, just buy the kit to convert your existing tank to it. And if you like the look of the buttons, get the buttons because the buttons are really nice.
The only thing they don't do it. Do they do a silver? They do a silver MTL kit. It's all right. I looked and I'm sure I'm like, they've got black. They've got So
I think they had
a silver tank with a black bit on the top. But having said that, it's behind the panel, so who's going to see it anyway? Yeah,
that's true. I think they do an MTL kit for every one of the tank colours. And obviously, I also bought the tank sections, which it turns out is going to be quite handy because I ham-fistedly fucked this one up. So
you've got a spare.
I've got plenty of spares, but I've only got one golden ultimate one. I quite like that, but never mind. I'll just go back to the clear, and no one will ever notice.
Have you not got a pink one?
Yeah, but I'm going to put the pink one on the black, my black original.
Oh, on the original black one.
On the original, and then it'll all be black and pink everywhere.
Very nice.
Matchy.
That'd be
sad person.
That would look quite cool. Yeah.
I like yes. Yeah. So yes. So that's my thoughts on the MTL kit. Like I said, if you're interested in it, give it a try. It's not a lot of money to try. Do not go out and buy another tank just for that. But I was going to buy another tank anyway because I want to spare. I like having spares.
Yeah, I do, which is sad, but there you go.
It's sad, but this is the person who has 3 Cubixes because I liked it a lot, and then I bought a spare, and then when they were on sale, I bought another spare for my spare.
Well, having said that, with the Velocity, I bought spare tanks because they were on spare pods because they were on sale, and I've got 4 build decks. Yeah.
You like to have choice.
You've got to have spares. The idea with that is I don't have to mess around re-wicking the one that I've got. I can just whip it out, pop a fresh one in, and off I go. Oh my God, I've turned into a pod wanker.
But I say, if you are trying the NTL and you're having trouble with the 2.5 mil coil, the 3 mil coil does seem to work well, which is counter to the stubby and direct lung mode because it works better with the 2.5 mil coil than it does a 3 mil. But again, never take my word as gospel because I don't know what I'm talking about, as you all know.
But you know what
my personal experience.
But you know what you like, which is more the point. I think because you get it's like somebody with when they're going on about wine. Oh yes, you've got to have this sort of proper Chardonnay and la di da. I know fuck all about wine, if that helps, you know. Jam shed. I like that one. There you
Yeah.
go. That's it. I don't care if it's not been brewed on a virgin's thigh or whatever it's supposed to happen. If you go for what you like, don't you?
I think it's the Cuban cigars you're thinking of there.
That's the ones. Yeah. They're the ones that are rolled on. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
what's
supposedly anyway?
so what do you do
It's
with
been-
wine and a virgin then?
Well, you probably get a virgin to tread
Oh, to
on it.
crush the grapes.
or
right,
crush the
with-
grapes with a. Anyway.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Yeah. Right, okay. Yeah. Let's.
Let's say let's chat.
Hi, chat.
And end that one there. Right. In Twitch.
In one.
We've got Mick Blizzard. Hello. We've got Martsky. Good evening. Let's have a see what everyone said in there. Martsky is asking if anyone is looking at going to Stuttgart this year. Says
Stuttgart.
quite a few. He says quite a few of people are going over already. So
Gosh.
if you're interested and you're connected to him on Facebook, have a word with Martsky or have a look in the shed. I'm sure they talks about that. But yeah, there's loads of people who go there. I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't mind going to Stuttgart once. And obviously, if I know people who are going, I might consider doing it. But I'll have to have a think on that.
I've never been. I would like to, but you kind of look at it and go, it's a different country. It's not just a day trip to like Birmingham is. I mean, Vape Jam when it was in London was a considered event. You know, going down on the train and faffing about. So Stuttgart, I'd actually have to get a hotel.
Yeah.
And maybe an aeroplane and fly and things, unless
I would say you definitely would want to get an airplane and fly.
unless I drive. That could be fun. If I get my bike
Take
MOT'd.
your bike.
Yes! There you go. And a tent on the back sorted.
Yeah. Stuttgart, would you need to go on the Autobahn to get Stuttgart?
Whether I do or not, I will be going on the Autobahn to get to Stuttgart, even if it's 200-mile out of my way trip.
Yeah. Just so you can give the bike a good session.
Just so I can, you know, because I've never obviously been over 70 with it on the roads.
No, never.
No.
Never ever.
No.
We also have in Twitch Fee71. Hello there.
Luffy!
In YouTube, we've got Gareth Martin. We've got hello there. We've got Andrew Wilts. Good evening. We've got Freerider Vapor. Hello. We've got Vapor Queen Becky. Hello there. Mick Blizz is double bagging. He was both Twitch. I think he started Twitch and he's moved over to YouTube. That's fine.
Oh, okay.
Mike Haynes is in. Grateful Ant is in, and Matt Waits is in. Hello, Matt. Long time no see. Hope you're doing well, my friend.
I like the alternatives for MTL. Can you tell I've only just looked at the chat?
Yeah. I'm just reading the names and I'm going to go back and go through the chat itself. Martsky is also on YouTube now.
What?
Is it just me watching this on the? No, it says this. Actually, yeah, it is just me on Twitch. That's fine.
Yeah, I'm on there as well.
I would say, but yeah, both Mark and anyone who is in Twitch chat at the moment, there are more people on YouTube, so you'd have more chance of having a conversation there than just shouting into the void. So yeah, Martsky is there as well, and I think that is everybody. So hello there. So
I know Matt Waits has made quite a point about going to Stuttgart. If I do go on the bike, because obviously Matt's there going, I'll probably be in the same place as October, the bar. If I'm going on the bike, I think definitely hotel needs to be sorted so I don't have to actually ride it to the event, so I can actually partake in alcoholic beverages.
Well, you'd have to anyway, because you're not going to do a day trip to Stuttgart, are you?
No,
that's not going to. No,
probably not.
Not,
well, you know,
that's not going to be a very safe bike ride home. You're going to be very tired.
5 hours. Hang on a minute. 5 hours down to the tunnel, through the tunnel, then probably another 2. I don't exactly know how long it would take to get to Stuttgart from Calais. Call it 6 or 7 hours, 8 hours. There you go. 8-hour trip down. 6 hours at the event. 8-hour trip back. 8 and 8, 16 plus 6. That's 22. Yeah, virtually 24 hours without. Yeah. No.
That wouldn't be that wouldn't be a thing. So let's go back. So when we're talking about the autumn, Nicholas says there are autumn guitar picks called Ultex.
Autumn guitar picks. Ah, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and Mark said that's wild. So that's 0.8 in that massive tank juice levels. Yeah, it is a 0.8, and like I said, it isn't the tightest 0.8 in the world, but it feels like a 0.8 to me. But I think the purists who are really into their 0.8s might say it's a little bit is close to it's probably about a 0.9 to be pedantic.
Okay.
But yeah, juice levels for days definitely on that one.
Apparently,
yes.
MTL stands for married too long. Yeah.
And Mixed Blix says they always thought MTL stood for Mark Todd likes. Who's Mark Todd?
Yeah, who is what? Yeah.
Did you see that post he put up of us the other week or a few weeks back?
The one a couple of weeks back. Yeah. Where he said we looked similar.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we don't look anything like each other, do we? Surely. Come on.
Nothing at all.
No.
Completely different people.
No. We're not related. We're not twins. We haven't walked 500 miles.
But if we were twins, we would have had to because you're a northerner and I'm a southerner. So.
There are places further north than where I am. Just saying. And you're only in Birmingham. I mean,
there's places further north than you. That's Scotland. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You've got Scotland. I only realised I'm a southerner born and bred. I only realised that the Midlands existed when I moved here. Because anything north of the river is north to me. That's how my brain works. If you come from north of the River Thames, you're from the north.
Right.
That's how growing up in London works.
Okay.
So they got that there. So now I've been educated. I know the Midlands exist.
Yeah.
Well,
you've kind of got right. You've got Birmingham, Derby, Chesterfield, Sheffield.
Yeah, see, how my brain works is basically you've got Birmingham, then you've got Liverpool, and then once you hit Manchester, that's it. You're in the north.
So Liverpool's not in the north.
Well, Liverpool sound like Liverpudlians. They don't sound like Northerns.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. But then once you hit like Sheffield and stuff like that,
right,
that's the northern accent. And obviously, I know you've got the whole Lancashire, Yorkshire stuff, which I'm quite acquainted with. But yeah, it's
theoretically Liverpool's actually further north than Sheffield.
Probably.
Yeah. Sheffield is about it is in South Yorkshire. It's about as far south as you can get and yet still be in Yorkshire.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, when you think of Sheffield, you don't necessarily think of Yorkshire, proper Yorkshire, like the Dales and all that sort of stuff. Which I have been across, and
I'm in North Yorkshire, so I mean, you suddenly basically I'm only 5 minutes away from Penistone, which is proper Yorkshire. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But that's me alienated everybody.
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm a Londoner. That's what we do. We insult everybody, and then everybody just takes the piss out of our accent. So it's fine.
Well, the daft thing is, I was actually born in Birmingham, so just don't tell anyone. All right. Just
okay. I'll keep that to myself.
Yeah.
So you were born a Brummie, and I was born in South London, about a mile away from where I lived for the first quarter of my life, assuming I get to 100.
Basically, I lived in Birmingham till I was 3, so I wasn't exactly there very long.
No, it's in the same way. You're a Brummie in the same way as who was it? Was it Cliff Richard that was born in India or something?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, it's like you are Brummie in the same way that
he's Indian.
Cliff Richard is Indian.
Okay, so we've just thrown in the casual racism for this episode then.
There's no casual racism about that. He was born in India. I'm pretty sure of that.
Yeah, okay. I've just got a whole new version of
No, that's casual racism.
Okay, right. Okay, fine. Fair
See
enough.
that making a factual statement is
yeah.
fine.
Yeah, but then having Bachelor Boy running through your head in a completely different version.
That's racist.
Right.
That's the racism part, or at least
okay. I'll just. If anyone else is doing the same thing, then it's just not. There you go.
Mick has said Brum is the centre of the universe and everywhere else is abroad. I mean, obviously, you know, I can't say much, otherwise I'll get, I would say shot, but that's in London. I'll get stabbed in Birmingham.
I have been to obviously left at 3, but I have been back to Birmingham to see family, friends, and what have you. And yeah, the one thing that strikes me about Birmingham is just concrete.
I mean, that's central Birmingham, but Birmingham covers a large area.
Yeah.
And Birmingham is basically like lots of little villages that have all been connected into one.
It started off being Brummy in the middle, and same as Sheffield, just went
spread out. Whereas and central Birmingham is concrete jungle, and it's now turned into a glass jungle as they get rid of all the 70s buildings and build new monstrosities.
Okay.
And fucking mirrors.
Put mirrors up. That doesn't annoy you in the slightest, does it?
No, it doesn't, bastards. Fuck it. It was there before I moved in, so there you go. I've just got to live with it. That's the way it is.
Yeah. You knew it was there. You can't argue against it.
Oh, Grateful Land. I always thought Suffolk was the start of the north. Anything above Essex is north for a Londoner. Yes. See, so Grateful Land. From that, I'm guessing you are from north of the river. Because if you're from south of the river, as soon as you get across the river, that's the north.
Basically, for me, the M18 is kind of the dividing line across the country. Anything below the M18,
right,
is because that you're starting to get into Lincolnshire, Derbyshire, and all that's south. Yeah, so basically, junction 32 on the M1.
Junction 32 on the M1.
Yeah,
that's
anything below that. So that's Nottingham, Leicester. It's all they're all south. Everything.
So for a Yorkshireman, that's where the line is.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. As soon as you hit M18, it's like, oh bloody hell.
Yeah,
bloody hell. Show me passports as you go past. There you go. Lovely.
Mike Haynes says everywhere below Aberdeen is south.
Theoretically, if you're in Aberdeen, I suppose it would be.
Is Aberdeen?
You can be in Scotland and go south to North England.
Yeah, exactly. So
you've still got north. You've still got north of England, because even if you're in Scotland, it's still the north of England. Just saying. Yeah,
just south. It's just south as far as a Scots person is concerned.
Yeah. Well, they're weird anyway.
I was just about to say I'm not going to insult the Scots because they could kick the shit out of us, no problem.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's like, I mean, Northerners are hardier than Southerners, and the Scots are hardier than the Northerners.
And the Scots are terrifying.
Lovely, but terrifying.
Oh yeah. I always thought I understood. I always thought, I know Scots. I can do a Scots accent. I've got Scottish relatives. I thought, no, fine. It wasn't until I went to Chris's wedding in Banff when I suddenly realised that I couldn't understand a pissed Scotsman. I really couldn't. I'm like, what? It's like I know Scottish people, and it was literally. I'm like, what the fuck was that?
It all depends what part of Scotland they're from. I mean, I remember again, at the New Ohm show meetup.
Yeah.
In the centre of the country, Speaking of areas of the country, and when we went there, obviously loads of people were very kind enough to drive us, and Matt English drove me, and I was in the Scottish car.
Oh, okay.
I was with I'd never met him before. Dominic, who I know, a lovely person. Fitz was in there, and it was just different Scottish dialects, and they all could understand each other. And I was just like that. I'm just going to laugh occasionally and nod my head.
It was fine. I'm there talking to Chris, talking to some other people, and then this chap just rocked up, clutching a. Well, it was at that point it was a 3-pack of McEwins. I think there probably was 6 of them to start with. I'm not sure. Either way, this guy rocked up and literally just went. I'm like, what? Oh,
but I'm sure,
and
I'm sure there must be Scots in the chat. They'll be saying,
sorry,
no, it must be the same for them. Say when I've had a few drinks and I go into full South London mode, which, as you can tell, as soon as I say South London mode, I change.
Yeah,
my voice changes into South London mode because
it's South.
That's the DNA kicks in then, and then I forget about it and I start speaking how I normally do anyway. But yeah, so me rocking up to somebody from Scotland, half pissed, start talking full on South London dialect. That must be impossible for them to understand. Please
tell me that when you've had a brew or two, you go complete Dick Van Dyke.
I'm a fucking Dick Van Dyke. Fuck you. I go.
Mary Poppins.
I go much more what people recognise as EastEnders style or South London style.
All right. Okay.
Normally, when I'm speaking, I'm speaking to like builders or anything like that. For some reason, I go full on. What's that? Well, what's that comedian's name? Mick something or other. What's his name? No. Basically, he's a Cockney comedian anyway. I just go full him, and I just go full on his accent. All right, mate. Yeah. Got to sort this out. Yeah, just do that, and then yeah, we'll get that sorted. Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, nice one, mate. Yeah, cheers, bye. It just happens. That's
okay.
South London, just the switch flicks, and I just go into that.
Okay.
I don't speak like that any other time, but I do that.
Fair dues. Okay. There you go.
That's the one, Matt. Mickey Flanagan.
Mickey Flanagan
as well. Yeah. And that's actually. You remember last week when it was asked who we would like to read Prince Harry's book. That's who I thought of, Mickey Flanagan.
Oh,
I would love to have had him do the audible version of
oh yeah, because he's got a very slight. Can't quite pronounce his R's, can he? Anyway, Mickey Flanagan.
But I mean, he's very sort of South London, Essex. He's very like Essex, South London, East London
South
type
London,
thing.
Essex, Womford, that sort of place. Yeah. When I first went to uni, I went to uni in Preston, and one of my flatmates was called Robert, and he lived in Romford. And he couldn't say R's at all, so his name was Wobbert from Womford. It was a running joke to say, and what's your name and where are you from? My name's Wobbert from Womford.
Nice. Pick on the afflicted.
Yeah. But there you go. Oh dear. So Mickey Flanagan reading that'd be good.
Yeah, I would have loved to have seen that. That would have been great.
Right, we run out of stuff now.
That's us. Keeping up the thing. Kind of. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much.
We made an hour.
We did all right. It's fine.
We made an hour and.
Basically, we were padding until Mark got home, and he's obviously not got home. Or if he has got home, he's now laid in his bath. You know what he's like in his bath. Just
as far as he can lay in anything.
Well, with his knees touching the ceiling, like . Knees. His knees. Just
Yes.
knees.
Yes,
Yeah.
just his knees. Yes, but yeah, like I said, we covered the most of the country and offended everybody equally, so nobody can accuse us of anything.
We haven't mentioned Geordies and YI and didn't go there.
No, but nobody does.
Okay, fair play. Yeah, I can understand that.
All right.
Do you know what I found out? I found out when I first moved to Sheffield. I lived in a block of flats, and apparently, I found out today that the flat that I lived in was 2 stories below a flat that was it was on the top floor, a penthouse kind of thing, that was owned by Dwayne Johnson. Apparently, I was living under a rock for years.
Living under or the rock.
Yeah, the rock. But yeah. Anyway, there you go. And that's dad joke of the week.
That is the daddest of dad jokes.
Yeah.
Especially given you're like at least 10 to 15 years older than Dwayne Johnson anyway.
I didn't say he was probably living with his mum and dad at that point. What do you mean 10 years? Do you know how old Dwayne Johnson is?
He's got to be younger than us.
I don't think he is much. Google foo, how old is Dwayne Johnson? Oh no, he's older than me.
He's old. And how old is he?
He is 50 years old.
Oh, he's older than me as well. That's right.
There you
He's
go.
50.
He's 50. Yep.
I suppose, yeah, that makes,
Yeah.
I suppose that makes sense because of when he was in the WWF and stuff, or
Yeah.
WWE as it was then.
Yeah, oh god, yeah, like WWE, WWF. And then there was WCW, that was different, wasn't it? Yeah.
WCW is different, yeah.
Sure. So, yeah, there you go.
That's okay. That's fine. So, yeah, so it's entirely possible you could have
Yeah,
been living.
I could have been living in a flat underneath
Yeah.
Dwayne Johnson.
Because
Yeah.
he's well known to originate from Sheffield.
Yes. Yeah. Well,
Where was Davey Boy Smith from? He was Northerner.
he was. Alright, okay.
He's dead, but
Yeah, he is.
it's all right, chat. Just talk amongst yourselves. It's going to be like this for the next 20 minutes.
British Bulldog. Let's Davy Boy
Yeah,
Smith.
I was going to say, yeah, Google British
From-
Bulldog. It'll be trouble there.
I thought it said Leeds, but I caught a flash of Leeds, but now it's
I think it was
disappeared.
Leeds, yeah. Yeah.
Training to Canada. Son Harry. Where did he bloody live, for God's sake? He was born in Golborne. Does anyone know where Golborne is?
No, you have to Google that as well.
No.
Build from Leeds, England, Manchester.
Golborne, Lancashire. He was born in Lancashire.
Yeah, so he's a Lancashire lad.
Yeah.
So he's a Northerner.
Wow, big fan.
I was right.
I was a big fan. Build from Leeds, Manchester. There you go. Yeah, Northerner. Good lad. So there you go.
Yeah.
I now can't remember which button to click to get back. There you go. Oh, hello. There you go.
How do I get back?
So yeah. So there we go. We've gone from
Mick Blizzard said slashes from Stoke.
slashes from Stoke.
Is
as
that
in
actual Stoke, or is that like Stoke in Nova Scotia or something like that?
Okay. Yeah.
Because there's all of those American places that are just named after very English places.
Yeah, there is now. I may or may not be wrong about this, but I'm sure.
Mick says he's from Stoke-on-Trent.
There was a city in America that was called Sheffield, UK, so that they could make cutlery and stamp on it "Made in Sheffield, UK."
That's I would imagine that would be fine for domestic selling. I imagine people may have a question about that if they were to do that internationally.
Yeah. But, you know.
Quite possibly.
There's like 3 or 4 Birminghams in America, isn't there? And obviously New York was named after York, because York is the old York and New York is the New York.
Well, the biggest one is Birmingham, Alabama.
Yeah.
And I probably told you this before, and Mick will also know this. Famously, Birmingham City Council in England was getting some artwork done once, and they asked for the company to produce with a nice backdrop of Birmingham as an image for the background. And they did that, but when when this company Googled it, they put in Birmingham, and the first picture came up was a picture of Birmingham, Alabama. So at some point in the past, Birmingham City Council produced a document that had a picture of Birmingham, Alabama on it.
And they didn't notice.
Given the fact that this information is available online, I'm guessing it must have actually got produced and sent out to people.
Excellent. Always good.
I'm assuming that person either got fired or got made a director.
I know someone. I saw a TikTok recently about, and someone was discussing. It was a UK TikToker discussing regional accents, and he mentioned Birmingham and had. Not only was it Birmingham, Alabama in the background, there was a huge fuck off sign on there that said Birmingham, Alabama, and he was using that as his backdrop, talking about Birmingham, UK.
Nice.
Yeah. And it was an American TikToker that pointed it out. Anyway, there you go.
I love that. Mike Haynes. Washington is named after Washington in Newcastle, as was George Washington, whose family originated there. So actually, George Washington was named after Washington in Newcastle. But I'm pretty sure Washington in America was named after George Washington.
I don't know. Did Washington exist before George Washington?
I just always assumed that it was George Washington that, being the founding father.
Could be. Might be. I don't know. I didn't know whether it was along the lines of what is it, Constantinople and Istanbul, or because Leningrad and
because they created the. This is basically anybody listening to this now, all of my knowledge on this comes from the show Hamilton. So I may be completely inaccurate, but I always thought that Washington was named Washington after George Washington.
I have no knowledge about this whatsoever. It would kind of make sense.
I'm saying that because it makes sense to me. So I may well be very wrong. And again, like I said, I'm taking all of my knowledge from the States of America comes from.
Okay, it's given up. Just saying.
It's given up.
It's given up. Look, it's flashing and everything. Can you see?
Yeah,
look,
it lasted the whole show.
It's like, yeah, but I've just put the billet box down and picked it up, so you're probably right on about the 2 or 3 puffs.
Ugh. It lasted all right. It lasted okay.
Right. There you go, and we've managed to go on. It's talking shit. It's good, isn't it?
Oh. We could keep going for hours talking shite, but
yeah, would people want to carry on listening? That's the question.
I don't know. They haven't listened yet.
We'll keep on. We'll use this as content. I am actually changing the batteries on my mod live on air.
Yeah, and Mick Blizzard. Most people think they do a Blimey accent, actually do a bad black country accent. That's true, Mick, because I've lived in Birmingham nearly 10 years now, and I've only met 2 people with a Blimey accent.
In Birmingham?
In Birmingham.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Isn't it? Sorry.
See, I think that's more Dudley. But
it is definitely, it's Dudley. Dudley is great.
Yeah, when I when I moved here, my friends told me a joke, and so it's basically if you want to ask for a cup of tea in Birmingham, you
Right.
just say "kip a tie." Can I have a kip a tea? So if you do that in a Brummie accent, say "kip a tie" in a Brummie accent, you'll ask for a cup of tea.
Can I have a kip of tea? It's close enough.
And there you go, Mix. That's you offended for the night.
It's like asking for a beer can sandwich in Jamaica, isn't it?
No, we're not going there.
What do you mean not going there? And preparation H if you want a
No, stop. Stick to UK. Stick to England.
UK.
Not
Why?
even UK. Stick to England.
Stick to England. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's the Welsh out. Damn it.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So people are starting to leave now. So we should probably go.
We're going. It was the beer can sandwich, wasn't it?
No, I'm sure people just got better. Yeah, but yeah. See you later, Mike. Take care, mate. But yeah, like I said, if before this turns into more than joking.
It's joking.
Before we properly offend anybody, let's call it a show.
All right, we'll call it a show. We'll go into that later.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Still don't. Anyway, never mind. In that case, Dave.
Yes, Chandler.
Yeah, don't just live life, mate.
Mm-hmm.
Own it. Doesn't get any better the more times I repeat it, does it?
No, and I just know it's coming now like a train, so I just stand there and let it hit me.
Okay. And Mark isn't here to go, see you later, motherfuckers.